What's going on YouTube and my fellow reefers? So the new RedSea tank just got here. So we're gonna go ahead. It's the RedSea Max Nano XXL. I don't know if it's a nano tank and if it's like 53 gallons. I don't know. I think that's a lot of gallons for a nano tank. I think it's just because it's an all-in-one. But anyways, let's go ahead, unbox it and set it up. The day is here. Hopefully it's easy. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I already set up a regular all-in-one nano 20-gallon tank. Let's take a look at it real quick. And here we have the RedSea 20 gallons, the Max Nano. Just the small one, the regular one, not the XL, not the Peninsula, just the 20 gallon. And I've had it for almost a year now. I'm predicting it's gonna be very similar. Obviously, I'm going to make it an Acropora only tank for the XXL. This one I'm doing anemones and clownfish. Now, one of the reasons that I decided to get another all-in-one system is because I've had such a great experience with this little tank, and honestly, it's super simple to take care of. It's super quiet. I thought that maybe the skimmer or something would have not been great, but honestly, that skimmer performs very well, believe it or not. It's gonna be an Acropora only tank. Let's see how long that idea lasts. Alrighty, so this is where the tank's gonna go. This is where my fish only system used to be. It's a big space here, big wall. 2 power outlets there, so I'll have plenty of power. We have all the goodies, everything that's gonna go into the tank. The Labor Day sales kicked in, and I just decided just to get it. And there's also a possibility that the prices could go up as well. So I got the sales and beating the price increases if they do even happen. And there's the tank and the stand, the cabinet is 2 boxes. It's this one right here. And this top one right here is a cabinet as well. There's Nala keeping guard. Good guard dog. Oh, she likes the sun. Fully equipped plug and play. Enjoying the sun. Bathing in the sunlight. Well, anyways. All right, so there's 2 parts. There's this cabinet over here. It's 1 out of 2. And then the bigger box is 2 out of 2. This one's the cabinet top and sump boards. I'm not sure what that means. And when you open it, it comes with a nice little manual. The cabinet assembly manual. And it kind of goes into detail with everything that you need. And then of course, there she is. Oh, curious George over there. I'm building a cabinet. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. But anyways, enough with the distractions. Yeah, this is gonna take me a while. So I will go ahead and do some magic. Alrighty, I had to bring out the big guns. Reparo! It worked! Mom, it worked! I was just joking around. Anyways, we got the stand already done, but the manual tells us to set the tank up and then level it. And then after the tank is leveled, then you can go ahead and put the doors and the actual floorboard. So we got this over here, and we're gonna go ahead and now take the tank out of the box and see what we got, and then set it on top and level it. Very similar packaging here. You know, basically the tank comes in this box, and everything that goes in the tank goes, they pretty much ship it inside the tank. Really good with their packaging. Make sure everything arrives not broken. I'm assuming that somewhere in here will give you directions to install all the all-in-one goodies. Oh, there we go. So inside this same, there you scan. You have to scan this, and this is the manual. For the tank itself. So no pamphlet, but QR code. So that's okay. I'm okay with that. QR codes everywhere. Also, you need to scan your QR codes in order to get the extended warranty. This is all the compartments and all the equipment that you need for the all-in-one. The lights, the pumps, the skimmers, the power supply, everything should be inside this box. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. But let's see what we got. Very similar to the Max Nano 20 gallon from the looks of it, in terms of packaging. The skimmer is right here. Wow. Okay, this is a lot bigger. Pretty cool. Fits nice and snug in the back. Foam sponges, carbon, of course, power supply. Power supply is probably for the lights, either for the lights or the pumps.
Let's see what we got in here. Might as well open everything up. We're gonna set it up tonight, so. Wow. This, I can tell, this is the skimmer pump. Wow. This is a big skimmer pump. So that goes over here like that. Perfect. Wow, that's a hefty skimmer. I'm pretty surprised. I'm happy. I'm happy that the skimmer is that big. Power supply here. Get rid of that. Let's just open everything on the boxes. Might as well, like I said, we're gonna set this up anyways. Return pump hoses. Power supply, cables. The mounting bracket for the lights that it comes with. I'm gonna see if I can use these as well. I don't know how it's gonna look, but two of these, very similar, if not the exact same as the 20-gallon Nano. The RedSea LEDs, Generation 2, the 60, the new ones. So I'm actually excited to see these. And last time I saw these was in the Reefer-Palooza show. And they are a little bit bigger than the 50s. Really nice. This right here is $260, $280. So a lot of value with these all-in-ones, I'm telling you. That's the second LED. So by the way, the biggest difference that this one has from the regular RedSea Max Nano 20-gallon is 2 return pumps, 2 return nozzles, versus the 20-gallon only has 1. So it'll probably give you a lot of flow too. So this is for the ATO. It's ATO ready. So this is for the probe. We're gonna put hook that in as well. I do have the ATO and the Reef Nano mat. And this is the control panel here. Now this control panel controls the return pumps. So one there. So one actually controls the skimmer and return pump. They have two switches. And this one only has the one switch. Just wanted to point that out. And last but not least, the return pump. All right, so there you go. Cool. So this hooks up to here and then return nozzle there and then you're done. Super, super easy. Here's the second one. This is one of the things that I like about the all-in-ones is that you're not really messing with a lot of complicated plumbing. You know, you're not really dealing with a lot of fluff, really. I mean, these equipments are really, really efficient, I'm sure, and the technology is changing, and people are becoming more price sensitive. So, in the era of price sensitiveness, or whatever it's called, these Nanos all-in-ones are really, really good value. The build quality of everything here is pretty solid, I can tell. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and put the tank and then we'll mess around with these things. Alrighty, that looks pretty level to me right there on the side. I'm gonna center. That looks pretty good. I'll raise it a little bit more and then it should be all good to go. Now I just have to put the doors and the floor and then we'll work on the mechanical stuff back in the sump. So the manual actually wants the pumps to kind of go inward, so like that. It'll fit inside here like that. Same thing with the other pump. The other pump is actually resting this way. I already have it installed, but I figured I'd show you guys how I did it, like so. It doesn't explain that very well. It's very confusing. You're gonna have a little hard time if you don't know this little trick ahead of time. This bracket and this rubber piece. That's it. That's all it is. So you're gonna take the small hard one and you're gonna put it inside first. So it's in there just like that. Now you're gonna take your nozzle over here, right? And then you're gonna put it in right behind it, just like that. Doesn't really matter where it turns. Then you're gonna take your rubber piece, and then your rubber piece has 2 sides. You want the open side facing in, so you're gonna snug this rubber side behind. Yeah, it's wiggling. You wanna like snug it in there, slide it in, and then this, you want this side pointing inside your tank and the outside. So I'm just trying to align it. This is already tight. So all I'm doing is just pushing it in. There we go. Now we're gonna slip this part in. And now we're gonna attach Now we're gonna screw this in with all the rest of the components that we have already inserted. It's nice and snug. You can loosen it up back here a little bit in order to kind of like make it easier where you want those pumps to shoot. I'm gonna have two wave makers, so I'm gonna probably have these shooting like pretty straight. There you go, that's it. And this is how it looks from the other side. The pump's down there and there's screws in there. So, alrighty, so that's pretty much it for the return pump. I mean, we did it on this side. All you gotta do is the same thing on the other side. That covers that. Obviously, these control panels over here, they come with like big black screws, and all you gotta do is just put them against the back here and just screw them in. It's very, very simple. So now let's install the skimmer. This goes in like this, and it just pushes in. Doesn't screw or anything. There we go. Just like that. This goes here. That goes like that. Excellent. And then the cup just goes in just like that. Very simple. Then this part right here, pretty snug. There we go. And then you can adjust it here for your silencer. And then this is going to be your level, if you want to raise it or lower it. So this slides in just like this. And then you put this in the back here. Down there, just like that. Beautiful. Alrighty, so she is all set. So yeah, it took me a while, not gonna lie. It did take me a while to get the cabinet, the leveling, make sure everything was nice and flush here. The lights are, so I gotta plug everything in. The skimmer is there. Bring this little flap down here. I'm probably gonna break this flap. I already like slammed it a few times. So the skimmer cup here. So this right here is a mount for the Hydra. I don't know where I can hook up the other one, the second AI. And I was planning to keep these two because I mean, the more lights, the better, I think. Obviously it's an Acro only tank, so I'm planning to blast this tank with light and flow. And just like that, it is the next morning. Obviously, this does not look very nice. It does not look very sleek. It looks kind of Frankensteinish. But I am dealing with some difficulties with space. And really, I wanted to just use the AI lights, but the problem is that the RedSea lights fit in the control panels. As you can see here, they slide into the control panel. So meaning like this control panel, I need it anyways. So having the RedSea lights or not even having the RedSea lights would not save me any room at all. So I just might as well just have them just get extra power and coverage. Like I said, the more light, the better, I guess. Pendant lights, I couldn't hang them either. I mean, because the ceiling is so, like I mentioned before, the ceiling is so high. It's, I would have to get a contractor with a commercial ladder to get up there. It's crazy. And if I hook them up to the side glass, another issue there, I ordered a lid from Kraken Reef. So the lid's gonna, this whole thing is gonna be covered with a lid. So and I don't like any, it's already crowded in the back. I don't want really anything mounted or hanging from the side. So I have 4 dosers. Get this little wire out of the way. So I have the ATOs right here. That's the ATO. And the reason I went with this ATO holder is because it's slicker, it's slimmer than the one that it came with. This is the RedSea ATO. The probe is over here. It just kind of like, you know, clamps in there pretty good. So that's one of the cool things about this. It just came with this, and all I gotta do is just clamp it on there, and then you're set. And then moving on over here on the other side, because this tank is a little bit on the bigger side. This came with this, all right? This is a compartment for media baskets, so you pretty much put your carbon bag and just slip it in there. I don't think I'm gonna use this, to be honest. I can find another way to run carbon through it. And that's a big compartment that it's fitting. So I might just use this compartment for my UV, So for wave makers, I have the AI Orbit 2. I got 2 of them, and they are plugged in, ready to go. That's it. That's pretty much it for the top. And then inside here, I am going to install a sensor light. I have my 4 dosers. And it's pretty cool because it comes with a little track, and you can keep it away from all the cords and everything, so you can keep all this free space there to work with. And that way all these little tubes are not in the way. So pretty cool feature there. I love these little clamps. I love that. Anyways, so what do I have over here? I have Alpha Reef on my one, alkalinity on my second one, liquid phosphate remover in my third one, and I don't know what I'm going to put in the fourth one. But I have plenty of options. So Alpha Reef, if I need more alkalinity, I can just add alkalinity. If I need more calcium, I can maybe use calcium on that one. But Alpha Reef has all 3: calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, and trace elements. So plenty of options to work with here. Obviously, I don't know how I am gonna make it work regardless. Here I have 2 power strips. I got this one right here, and I got this big one over here with all the wave makers, lights, dosers, ATO. Everything is pretty much in this one. The only thing that this one has is the circuit boards, which is the return pumps and the skimmer. Which the reason I did it, I wanted to keep the return pumps separate from everything else, is because in case of a power outage, all I have to worry about is hooking these 2 up to power, and that's it. My tank could thrive with just the return pumps on. That's basically the heart of your tank. As far as lights and all the dosers and everything like that, I don't really need that in a power outage. I just got done with the Aquascape, and man, I'm pretty happy with it. It looks awesome. I will be taking 2 power readings. I will be taking just one with the RedSea lights, just to give you guys an idea of what power you're going to be getting with the RedSea LED 60s Generation 2. And then I'm going to take a separate power reading with the AI lights on. So let's do the RedSea one first and see what we got. So this right here is 18K spectrum. It goes up all the way up to 23K. But the 18K gives it a nice little shimmer. It's not as blue. I also like the 15K spectrum as well. So the first one is a sandbed, and all the way down here in the middle of the tank, right in between both RedSea lights, I am getting about 116, pretty good for chalices, mushrooms. Now, moving up one step here, I have it goes up to 140, 151. Once again, good for chalices, LPS, and some LPS corals. Remember, Acropora minimum is about 350. So moving up to the top shelf over here, the third step is going now up to 200. Little over 200 par. And over here, it's like 100 and goes down to under 200. And this is like all the way up top of the Aquascape. So now let's move up a little bit higher. Not all the way to the surface, but right there. And it's in between both lights. So now we're looking at 240, almost 250. And then all the way up top, basically almost I'm like right at the overflow at this point, into the 350, 330, 340 range. But I mean, that's like almost out of the water, basically. Alrighty, and this is how the tank looks with the AIs on. I am not running any white lights on the AIs. It's all light navy, like the royal blue, the UV, all the cool little shimmering colors. So let's go ahead and now take par readings again and see what the difference is. And mind you, I can turn these lights, the AI lights are pretty much operating at a 50%, 60% capacity. So I can turn them up. So right now I'm in the sandbed again, and we're getting almost 343, almost 350. So all the way down to the sandbed, we hit the Acropora minimum. Honestly, we can put acros all over the tank, even in the sandbed, and they'll get pretty much okay par for them. Now let's go ahead and move up one shelf right there in the middle of the tank. Now we're getting over 5 600 par. Now let's go up one level all the way up top here. Over 600 par, 650. Let's take a look at here all the way in the corner. Even all the way in the corner, we're getting 315. So all around the tank, it seems like we're getting well over 300 par. Sandbed, corners, everywhere. Oh, well over 300. And just like that, we are done. I got water inside the tank. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it is so quiet. I mean, I can't hear anything running. It's full blast right now. The skimmer's on. Right now, it's a little bit cloudy because there's a lot of micro bubbles from the new skimmer. But as the skimmer starts breaking in, and you know those oils start building up, and it's like plastic, it'll smooth out, and those micro bubbles will go away. So don't be alarmed if you see micro bubbles when you first turn on the skimmer. I actually also ended up lowering the AI lights. Now they're on level with the RedSea lights. That way they're not over each other and heating each other up. You know, I am a little bit limited when it comes to fish just because of the size of it. It's not the biggest tank ever, but I think I do want a tank. I might get, if I can get a really, really small, like a Kamini or coal tank, that will be worth it, because that way it'll keep the rock bed clean. Those tanks are amazing. They graze all day. That's all they do. Other than that, maybe a pair of clownfish, Royal Grama. Right now, it's super, super clean. It had a bunch of debris, but this tank has so much flow that the bare bottom right now is super clean. There's nothing in the bottom of the tank, which is nice to see. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're ready. We're ready. I am so excited for this tank. It took me a while. My legs are sore just from squatting and going up squatting with like the mounting of the cabinet. This was a lot harder for some reason than the 20 gallon. This took me this was a lot. I was like pretty much like exhausted. I was like, I was like kind of delirious sometimes. I'm just like, because it did take me a long time to set it up. I did set it up by myself. Well, you can set these things up by yourself. That's my favorite thing about these all-in-one systems. There's no intricacies with plumbing and other things that you need to do. It's very, very simple. It's plug and play, but you still have to work pretty hard, especially when, I mean, this thing is fully loaded, as you guys see. And if you want, you can go ahead and subscribe in order to get notifications in case I upload more videos on this tank and my journey with making this tank an Acropora only thriving tank. And if you guys are looking, if you guys just got one or planning to get one, go ahead so you guys can follow along and maybe replicate the things that I do to this tank. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya. Don't forget to test your water.